Hey everybody, good morning. This is Lisa, Connecticut Worms and Gardens, and we're looking inside the experiment I started on December 21st last year, and I had called it the 12 12 21 21 bin. And what this experiment was, it was started on the 12th day of the 12th month, and then it was the year 21, and I put 21 Indian blue worms by themselves into a container, and we were going to see how it grew just from, it was just an interesting combination of numbers, right? 12, 12, 21, 21. And the idea was that this bin would be checked in on every 21 days to see how it progressed. And the first check-in was scheduled for January 3rd, which is today, that being 21 days. And I must tell you, when I first opened this bin, a swarm of fungus gnats flew out. So I will now need to deal with those. I also noticed a huge amount of mites. Not huge as in millions of them, but more than I'm wanting to see, and I suspect they must have been in the leaves that I added from the outside, because I don't have mites in any of my other bins. I neglected this absolutely. Combination of the holidays and me getting COVID. I was focusing on my main bins, but a couple of the little experiments I have going kind of fell by the wayside, and part of this is due to my neglect. So I roughly kind of looked through the material, and what I can see, or what I did see, let me see if I can zoom in. Oh, right there, that worm is helping me point it out. You see a cocoon. So they, in fact, did mate and did lay an egg in the last 21 days. So as far as are they breeding, that is a success. The bin itself, not looking good. Like I said, my neglect and poor choice of bedding for the type of worm has left them pretty unhappy, and I'll try to show you some of the mess that's in here. Like this avocado, this should have been devoured, and instead all I found was a whole bunch of mites, and you'll see them running across it. And I took this bin, I'm actually in my living room right now on the floor. I took it into another room because when I opened it and saw all these, I'm like, nope, they're not getting into my other bins. And it's really dry. There's still some sprouts, amazingly. These were from chia seeds. Let me put this on the floor. Hold on. I put some chia seeds in there as food because they love chia seeds. But I think I put too much food. Oop, my dog just threw her toy. Here you go, Gizmo. Ready? Ready, baby? Go. Get it. Get it. Oh, jeez, I'm sorry. Here, Gizmo. Here you go, baby girl. There you go, girl. There you go. I think I put too much food in, not enough water, and the wrong bedding. I mean, across the board, this is human error. But we see cocoons, so they did breed. That was part of it. And we see mites. Those bred. That wasn't supposed to be part of it. And since I don't have mites in any of my other bins, they had to have been in the leaves I brought from the outside. So I'm going to put the leaves outside, where we're now going into some freezing temperatures, and let the cold kill them off. I'm trying to find the rest of the worms. They are in here without getting too many mites out. There was a whole bunch of fungus gnats that came flying out when I first opened the box. So I didn't have a lid on this. I just had this set down, this little Rubbermaid, whatever, Tupperware. I had it sat inside of a cardboard box and had the lid lightly closed, not airtight. And I don't know, I guess it's these avocados that the fungus gnats were after. But they all plumed out, and they're now in my living room, so that's a good thing, huh? But this food this food should have been devoured. So these worms were clearly not happy, and I'm blaming myself for not maintaining. First off, I shouldn't have used leaves because it's not an Indian blue worm's preferred bedding type. So that was my error. Additionally, I didn't give them enough moisture. Also my error. Because the fact that they didn't devour all their food tells me that they weren't happy. Because normally, if these worms are cared for, they eat everything. And they don't care. I think they would eat out of your hand if you let them. Trying to actually find the rest of the worms. See, they're kind of scattered throughout. It looks to me like here's an avocado pit in my hand. They're trying to cling to where they can find moisture because it's been so dry. Gizmo, how many times are you going to drop your bone, girl? Here. Or your hoof. Your hoof. Where's in there? Where's the worms? Petey, where's the worms? Where's the worms, Petey? Show me. Show me, worm. Show me. Is it in here? She gets so fascinated with the worms. Like a little kid. She watches them move. Okay, I digress. Is this a worm, Petey? Petey, is this a worm? Nope. Is this one a worm? Here, give him a kiss. Oh, goofy dog. Okay, so yeah, the worms are in here. They're not in any ball. They're not happy. This is dry. This is miserable. The fact that there is a cocoon tells me the bin succeeded. In 21 days, they did mate and they did have a baby. But other than that, the rest of these worms are just, this bin in general is just a mess. They've barely eaten. And it's all this is not a bin failure, as in it wouldn't have worked. This is a human error. So, I'm not going to end it because they did breed, and the worms, the adults, are still alive. Barely, but they are still alive. I'm trying to find the rest of them. I mean, they're in here somewhere. Oh, here we go. So here's the adults. Yeah, see, they were trying to cling to the little bit of damp leaves because it's just so dry in here. So, I mean, the adults are still alive, and there's a cocoon. So, because of that, I'm going to keep the bin going. What I am going to do is remove the majority of this bedding and put regular cardboard and coconut coir bedding in here so it actually has a chance. And I'm going to go take care of that now, throw this mite-infested bedding outside, and we will be back in 21 days to see if the improvements I made resulted in a better outcome. Now, as far as the one cocoon, that's the one I focused on. It is possible if I shook through all these leaves and really scoured the bottom, I might find more. And in fact, when I empty this out, which I'm going to do outside, if I do find more, I'll just put some info below it to let you know. But the rest of the cocoons, there's so many mites in here. I don't want to dig through this as I plan to do to find how many cocoons they laid in 21 days. So that's going to have to happen outside. All right, folks. Well, I promised an update on January 3rd, which is 21 days from the day the bin started. And because of that, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm still dealing with COVID and fever. And so this is that 21-day update. I'm going to make some improvements, and I will do another update in 21 more days. Everybody, you have a good day.